My client was charging $5,000 and we doubled that to $10,000, and even people paid her $19,000 at the end of the month for her one-on-one coaching. And this is exactly how. If you're a photographer, this might apply to you as well. I also have another client who got his first client this month at $10,000 as a pitch, and he closed them. And then I also have other clients who are making 12K for wedding photo shoots and things like that. It's all the same principle. When you're at 5K, you are expensive for the people who cannot afford it so much. But when you are at 10K, you are a normal price or cheaper sometimes for people who have the money. So first of all, it is shifting a little bit who you are talking to and who you're working with. That's one thing. But the offer itself didn't change. They're getting the same thing almost, right? You do need to have a good offer. You do need to have people refer you and talk about you in a good way. So you need to have like your fundamentals of like being unique and not being compared on the value. Not being compared on your price, right? You need to have already some options. Then basically once that's done, like 10xing your price is much easier. So what we did exactly was, first of all, her one-on-one was sold out. And she thought it was a good thing. Like, yes, it is a good thing to add scarcity. But if a big CEO, like someone with a lot of money, wanted to work one-on-one with her, he would just do that. The money is not a problem, right? So why would you tell him like, hey, you cannot do that? And so for some people, it helps to do that, to play the games and things like that. But some people are like, I have this problem. I'm talking about it. I need to solve it. Let me just solve it. Do you have an option for that? Oh, you don't have one-on-ones? Then let me just buy like the cheaper package, right? Or whatever is available. But then they will not be, like what happens then is they just don't participate because it's not a one-on-one. They value their time above money or anything else. So whenever they see an option, something they like, they will just buy it. Think you're a billionaire. Would you care if it's $50,000 or $20,000 when you have $1 billion in your bank? Like your attention is worth more than that. Your attention, like if you want something, you will make sure that you get it, right? So it's the same psychology. Now I have one photographer, for example, she's charging 12K. She raised her prices from 2K till 12K or 2.5K till 12K in a really short time, because what she basically did is she spoke to different people, right? So her ads look different, her website, like the design needs to look a little bit more luxury and more expensive. And so the same thing with coaching. But then also she added scarcity. She was like, hey, I'm not taking so many clients this month. If you want it, you want it. If not, it's all okay. She also learned sales. So learning sales is a whole thing. And that's what I did with my clients as well. We practiced sales. We role played. I showed her how I would do sales. She showed me how she would do sales. And then I told her, like, I gave her a lot of feedback. I told her, like, hey, this sentence turns me off. This sentence turns me off. You didn't really get to know what I'm looking for or what I need. It wasn't personalized. She did sales calls for like 15 minutes. I was like, no, let's do like 30 minutes or even an hour if they need to. Like, you want to give them a really personalized offer that is personalized to them, right? Like, yes, your prices are going to be 10K, but you want to tell them what exactly in your offer is good for them. And so also for me, I basically have the same offer for most people. How I communicate it is I ask them, like, first of all, I really analyze their situation. And then I tell them, like, based on what you told me, like, remember this thing you told me? Well, this is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to basically change it. We're going to change your beliefs and do this and this and this. Because you told me that you have this and this, we're also going to do this, or we're going to do this differently. I tailor how I communicate the offer that I have to them, which makes them feel like, okay, I am heard, I am understood. He understands it. He got the result that I want. I like what I see. I want this. This is personalized for me, right? So personalization is also a big thing. So the sales calls is free, of course, right? But now we do it longer. And so like the psychology behind it is like people see a short form video of you, for example. Then they think like, okay, Sam is cool. This is how much value I have in Sam. Like everything is like what's their perceived value inside their mind, right? So you gave, like, for example, for me, they saw a secret that I had on my Instagram, right? Okay, Sam is cool. Positive. I'm going to follow him. Oh, now he sends me messages. Oh, actually, he's there. He's listening to me. He's asking me right questions. I like what he's sending. All of that. Okay, this is how much value I see in Sam, right? And I see messages from him, like, sometimes. So I have more, the value that I see him is going up. And And then it's like, okay, he listens to me. Now he's offering to help me on a call for free, right? A sales call. Okay, cool. On this call, I basically show them exactly how much I can do for them, right? I listen to all the problems. I listen to everything. And then I offer a specific solution to them, which is what she did as well. And so we basically wrote like a whole sales script, which actually serves people and helps them a lot. No, it's almost like a psychology coaching call kind of thing. It's really helpful for them. Like I had some people who hopped on a call with me and they were like, oh my God, Sam, this is the best call I've ever had. And some people are like, also like, so Sam, when are you going to pitch me something? And I'm like, there's no pitch. It's just like, I just told you what I can do specifically for you. I'm not going to sell you something that like, I think those principles work for everyone, for most businesses, but I tailored it and adjusted it to you specifically, right? To what I think will help you get the most results. And based off like working with many people, this is the exact results I think you can get. Also, the whole communication of how do we approach like wealthy clients or not wealthy clients, we need to change that. Like people need to feel like, okay, this is going to be expensive. So it's going to not attract the right, like it's not going to attract the wrong people. Like for example, with photography, that's much easier to do because your whole website looks amazing and the design and the editing and everything looks like spectacular, right? It looks expensive. The wording, all of that. But please don't make this mistake of like doing like, I will elevate your wedding with my photography. Like you don't need to speak British to them or fancy to them. You don't need to be fake. You don't need to sound Porsche because that sounds fake. People don't like that. People like humanity. People like authenticity. That's the highest frequency. So being authentic is much better than sounding Porsche and things like that. But you do want to make it feel expensive. You do want to like have a beautiful design, things like that. And for coaches, you can do that in reels and things like that. But authenticity is always the highest frequency. So authenticity goes above everything, but then also showing that like, hey, you work with the highest quality, you know what they value, and you deliver that in the highest form. People love that. And so it's all about what they value, right? In photography, they value visual things. So that's why design works really good. In coaching or in different things, it depends who you coach, but you need to know what they value exactly. And so the funny thing with my client is that we had to work also on a lot of limiting beliefs because she didn't want to raise her prices. And so there was this one sentence I told her that was quite funny, and I think it kind of removed the tension and the pressure, and was like, hey, you're sold out. Like if people want to buy from you, they can't, right? So they won't. And so if there's no option, they will not. And so if Bitcoin had your mindset, it wouldn't grow so far. But because Bitcoin, you can always buy it, but the price depends on how many people already believe in it and already invested in it. And so the capacity, when the capacity shrinks, you can raise your prices, right? And so she was already sold out. So I told her like, hey, let's just raise your prices. Like open a few more spots and just raise your prices. And if you want to limit everything, then just do it $30,000. You wouldn't believe in it. You wouldn't believe anyone would buy it, but you might be surprised. But give people the option to buy from you. And so she was like, for her, it was like, hey, I'm sold out. I don't want anyone else to pay me 5K. And so, okay, if you don't want anyone else to pay you 5K, then double the prices. Are you happy if I would pay you 10K for it? She would be like, I actually would be happy. And so you're not sold out, right? Everything has a price. But if you don't make an offer, then people will not buy it. Like for someone to make you an offer and be like, hey, I know you're sold out, but I'll pay you double. That takes too much energy and it's a risk. People don't do that. And so you want to make an offer. And the person who makes the offer, is this principle, the person that makes the offer always gets the better deal. So you want to make offers. Like one of the things that I do with my clients actually is I tell them, hey, I need you every day to tell me exactly how many offers have you done to people. The more offers you've done, the more money you can make. If you've made 0 offers, and to offer an offer is also like to hop on a call or to work for free, anything is an offer. But the more offers you can make, the more money you can make. And the better the offers, quality matters as well. And so the funny story is that not only people pay their 10K, but they paid their 19K because they took not 3 months, they took 6 months, and then she gave them 1,000 discount. And so she was like mind blowing with like, oh my God, people actually pay me more than I ever imagined. Yeah, imagine someone paying you 20K or 19K for something that you never thought was possible for someone to buy from you, right? How much this upgrades how much you believe in yourself and your self-esteem and your self-worth and all of that. That changes everything. And so once we did that, that blew everything up because then we worked on content, we worked on getting much more leads. We worked on the whole funnel, how we communicate with people, hired a lot of teams, and that just got her, her whole business to blow up.